What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Long Dark. It's been a very long time for me, but starting from last episode, we have a brand new distress pistol here waiting for us. And we have a main objective of filling the cupboard of this place with supplies for the plane crash survivors, similar to Grey Mother's fridge. And this is 6 months after I played this. So I am commentating over something I played 6 months ago. And that's because I ran out of stuff to say, and I was just enjoying the game ambiance. It's a little bit weird going back to it because the camera doesn't... The way the camera spins is a little dizzying to me, coming back to this. But here's the cupboard. You can see in between episodes, if you're following along that closely, I already deposited some stuff. I think. That's what happened. So yeah, we're just kind of filling up the essentials. You can see the distress pistol and the shells for it. It needs 4 ammo and the gun itself, but we need it for what we're about to do. So I go ahead and put the 4 in, figuring that's good enough, because our main objective right now is to find the remaining survivors scattered out on the map. And this is where the chapter really ramps up. Remember I was saying it was like one of the better ones? We already did that crazy trek. Okay, so that was a cut. Remember the church objective? This note, you gotta pick it up. There's 2 notes in here. The one I got in one of the previous videos. Don't forget that one. There it is, the side quest trigger. So now, under that cabin in the bed, the artifact that needs to be returned to the church will be there. But yeah, this is where the weather really ramps up. And it just gets so cool. And I've got a lot to say about this. So we're coming to this body because it's the closest to the community hall. And yeah, it's just nice seeing this again because there's actually a marker of your position on the map. I've been playing survival mode and there is none of that. The map it's like good luck. Figure out by the landscape that you're standing in where you are. There's no marker position on the map. But as of recording this, it is now November 2021. What I was saying last episode about maybe going to England in September, yeah, I've went and I've gone. And I am back. And yeah, sometime in May, I started playing survival mode, and I survived 61 days before I got bored. But just recently, to get in the mood for this commentary, I started a brand new survival mode on easy. And I got up to like 50 days. And that's just because there's no way I could do post-commentary over this because it's been so long. But here we are, we're entering the zone of this first body. It's going to show us here in a minute. I don't know, this was one of my favorite parts of this chapter, and Chapter 4 is out now. It came out at the beginning of October 2021. Through the pandemic and everything, they finally got through it and released it. But I don't know if I'll be covering it because I don't know how much people actually care. So that's pretty much the catch-up to everything. Other than that, not much has changed. In a lot of the daily videos up to this point, I've been saying a lot of stuff. So it's like, what do we say now? So I even had the idea of no commentary. Just like a brief introduction and then no commentary. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I just beat Metroid Dread, and so remembering these videos, I started playing it again, and it is nice to come back to this chilled out ambiance. So alright, I'm about to fire a flare, I think. I don't know what I'm doing here. Trying to get a good position. I thought I had to be on a high ground, but I don't think it matters. But yeah, look at how deadly, even with the warming up perk, this Pleasant Valley blizzard weather is. It's crazy. Alright, now watch. This was so cool when I saw it. I don't know, I just wasn't expecting it. I don't know, I mean, like, that's the idea, right? to find the person. So that means that the person's alive, but then when you go up to them, it's just a corpse anyway, just like anybody else. Or just like the last thing where we carried that one lady.
Sure getting cold.
But yeah, in addition to this blizzard already nearly killing me, we've got the timberwolves. Every single one of these survivors, as soon as you near their zone, timberwolves come after you. So you gotta protect yourself. You gotta watch out for the crumbling ice, unless... Oh, here we go. Oh, that's right. Breaking ice is a Forlorn Muskeg Leak Inlet thing, not Pleasant Valley. That's a tiny meter, though. Look at that wolf meter. So there it is. Let's find the flare. It's not always a blizzard, I don't think, but remember the father guy? I forget his name. Was like, we're due for a bad storm, so I think with this Wintermute story, it is. Yeah, we got the hypothermic risk, so aiming is going to be a problem now. It's weird to see this again coming, because I was just playing on easy mode in survivor mode. And on that setting, the wolves are scared of you. They never, ever attack you. Which is actually a pain for gathering meat and stuff, because even if you shoot them, they just scurry off, and it's very rare it's a one-hit kill on them. And here we go, finally found them, and
Stay calm.
luckily,
Right here.
they all have a campfire next to them, so it's... I just love it, though. It's just awesome survival stuff. And a couple of food, too, so if you're really dying, you can heat up some peaches. Yeah, that's crazy. I think I made that the thumbnail of the video, didn't I? Them just standing there on the rock. So I apologize, it's not live commentary this time, and it won't be for the remainder of this chapter. Ah, broken MRE. That's the good food, too. The developers were saying the next episode, chapter 4, or like the next part of the story, is the best one yet. And I've heard the same from like players of the game. So that's interesting because I thought this was the best one so far. But yeah, I guess I can feel a little bit what you're feeling just watching the game. Playing it, believe it, like I played for 12 hours straight. I did nothing the other day but just keep on with survival mode. Because even though it's all the wheels and the heating up of stuff, there's something addicting when you're actually doing it. And like thinking on the fly, like, oh, my needs are full, what do I want to do today? Oh, I want to bring some water and food to the next transition zone. Like survivor mode really opens up things. And like the sandbox experience, but I do really like the story of this Wintermute stuff, and I am curious about the new episode. But I might be doing that on my own time, like I said. I was really taking my time here, but it's not my fault, like the blizzard makes it so hard to see. I was hypothermic, so you have to rest, and you don't want to advance time in case... I think wolves are inherently scared of campfires, though. So they're keeping their distance. I don't know if I knew that at the time. And the warming up perk, it didn't even apply, it just kind of negated the hypothermic risk. Another good option is to have 15 sticks and 5 cloth. You can build a snow shelter. At least, I don't know if you could do that in story mode. That might be a survivor mode only thing. It's been so long, man. Oh yeah, I just saw it on the radio dial there. Radial, not radio. Lucky. That was super lucky, because these guys scurry off to actually kill one and not just scare them away. That hasn't happened yet, I don't think. So I definitely took advantage, I would hope, of this, but keeping in mind the weight, I probably didn't get all 5.6. Oh, I did. Or, I don't know. I don't know what I did. 5 months ago, brain. Nah, yeah, the weight is a problem. There's a thing called the Moose Satchel that lets you carry 5 kilograms extra. Oh, the blizzard stopped with that, too.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Guy recently crafted that moose thing on easy mode. Did I fully finish that? When I first played Survivor mode, I played on Voyager, which is like the standard difficulty, where everything's kind of like this.
Easy does it.
And I survived for 61 days and got bored. But then I did Pilgrim, which is like the easy mode, just now, and I made it to like 50 days before I started to get bored. But I did a lot more that time because the wildlife is so... what's the word? Passive?
Give up. I won't leave.
I was able to take down a bear and a moose with pretty much no problem because they're afraid of you, for the most part. I mean, bear and moose can still kill you even on easy, but you have to agitate them first or get real close to them.
Here you go.
What was I doing here? Oh yeah, the constant map checking. That's a thing with Survivor mode
Only
too.
one way.
In that mode, the map is non-existent, and you find pieces of charcoal in every campfire, every stove that recently had a fire burning in it, and you use that charcoal to map the terrain yourself. And it's got a very small radius unless you find, like, very specific vantage points.
We can make it.
So, like, if this was survival mode, for example, and I just transitioned to Pleasant Valley,
Just stay awake.
like, at this point, I might be like, where the heck am I? Where's the community hall? And I'd pull up the map, but I wouldn't be able to see it because I didn't map it yet. So you just have to guess. Alright, yeah. There's gonna be a lot of that, cutting out a lot of...
Get some rest now. You need it.
I think you get the idea. After that long trek with the other girl, we don't need to show every footstep. But even still, they're long videos. I've yet to edit the remaining stuff I've done, too.
The storm is coming and the people are vulnerable. Don't delay, my child.
Yeah, I thought he had something else just because I survived one of them. So yeah, after that craziness, bad luck with the blizzard. But yeah, that wolf meat though. I don't know, just, again, it's the noises, the sizzling of the meat, the bubbling of the pot. I've yet to come here on my easy file in Survivor mode, because Pleasant Valley is not the same at all. I made the mistake, I started to run out of ammo. I was doing very well on Voyager, and then I realized I was getting low on ammo, so I couldn't constantly hunt the wolves and the deer anymore. And my fishing lines were starting to break, so I couldn't even catch fish, which is a thing. And so I was like, alright, we gotta move. I gotta take whatever supplies I can to the transition zone to Pleasant Valley, and just hope, like, knowing that, oh, the community hall. Think chapter 3, the community hall has so much supplies. But no. Even Molly's barn in survival mode, this place is, it has like nothing. So actually, that's why I'm stuck on 61 days. There's a raging blizzard when I load my save. And I'm in the barn trying to get to a radio tower, which we have yet to see. That's coming up in this story. Kind of similar to Chapter 2 with Mackenzie, how we had to go to the radio tower before making the transition to the Carter Dam, where it all ended. And that's where Chapter 4 picks up. It's back to Mackenzie. But I really like it. I like that they deviated and gave us this Astrid thing. Because they really made you worry about her in Chapter 1. That was a lot of wolf meat. Did I grab all of it? I forget. I wasn't paying attention. But that's going to help so much. Like, even just seeing it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a couple days. That'll survive the journey. Because that was the closest survivor. So there we go, cut. Got an aurora going on, apparently. Hey, check that out, Orion's belt, I just realized. Might have to rewind the video since I looked down. There it is again. Is this the first aurora of Chapter 3? Because like I said, this was 5 months ago. I have no idea. That's awesome, though. Look at that fire in the distance. That's the plane crash. So remember, we triggered the church artifact, so I believe that's the first stop. And you can see that radio tower in the distance on the mountains, but that's not any of our concern right now. This is a good game, dude. It's very jagged in spots. There's a lot of walking, but it was very easy to get back into it, starting up a new file. So yeah, right above the outbuilding. So this is north of the community center, like almost a straight line north. But of course you can't really go straight because the river and some rocks and stuff. This looks like timberwolf territory. I can't recall if defeating the morale of a timberwolf pack, if it stays that way for a good duration of the rest of the days you play, or if it, like, I don't know when it respawns, basically. Because I know in survivor mode, I think that's difficulty dependent, like how fast the prey animals, the predators, respawn. And actually, timberwolves are not a thing in Pleasant Valley in survival mode. It's all just set up for this story to be that way. I think. It's been 6 months since I played that particular file that got here. There had to have been a reason I left this in, right? I think it was, the thought process in editing it was, alright, I'll talk about like where I'm headed, the beginning of the journey. There must also be a wolf encounter. I think right above these trees I seem to remember a whole campfire situation, unless that's later. Oh yeah, the cabin, okay. There it is, yeah, look at the eyes, man, just out of nowhere. That was a very good one, yeah. Concerned about that ammo, even just looking at this again. I don't know what I'd do to address that. So yeah, I mean, that's a golden opportunity, but I think... Did I double back? Because, like, why would you pass up on that meat? You know it's just gonna freeze out here and become rancid. Maybe because I still have all that meat on me. I think at some point, though, I do have a very similar situation where I set up a campfire by that wolf. Or maybe we double back, because we're popping in here to get the church artifact that needs to be returned to fulfill that side quest. So it should be right under the bed, if you remember episode 2 or 3, where I was like, where is it? Yeah, there's a whole kind of not fully explained thing about the forest preppers. Or the forest talkers. And then there's the Black Rock criminals, which apparently is what Chapter 4 focuses on. And we still have no idea what's in Astrid's case that she was even asking for a plane ride in the first place. Like, I know nothing. I haven't even touched episode 4 yet. But anyway. Doing a lot of talking compared to what I did. So yeah, there's that. And I remember at the time I wasn't sure. Oh, that's a prepper cache right there. That little wheel on the map. It's like a bunker. Lots of good supplies, so I think that's what I was eyeing up, knowing that's an objective. That might be what we're doing right now. Wolves. Actually, yeah, I do remember this episode ends in that bunker. So I'm not sure if we even grabbed the second guy, let alone the third, yet. This stuff's very good. I don't know, have I shown an instance of that? Wrapping wolf bites with the old man beard? It stifles the risk of infection, basically. But you have to prepare it into a dressing first. It's better than a typical bandage. I'm definitely glad I started playing. Like, I was very lazy the last 2 days. Just playing this game. But if I hadn't, I would still not be prepared to get these videos done, really. Because, yeah, this was May 2021.
I've never felt so cold in my life.
Somewhere in my survival summer that I was doing. And I remember some people were like, I don't even get what you're on about. Or I was just playing survival games. This and then Subnautica. There was something else, too. But yeah, I just mentally was starting to fall apart. And I think the tail end of Subnautica, that really showed. And then I finally went to England, like I was saying in the last episode of this. Part 13 it was. Yeah, it was just video burnout and just, it's like, what more is there to say about life, you know? That I haven't already said in the last 4 years. But I persevered, and then I took my 2 months off. And it's very weird to come back for post-commentary on this a little, because it's like, it should have been done already, you know? I gotta say, if you do ever play this game on survival mode, maybe don't pick Pilgrim, which is the easy setting, because it's kind of boring. Like, it's the premise of moving bodies and stuff. Not bodies, I saw the body on the map. Moving supplies to and from. Like, you can go anywhere. You're not restricted to finish the story of, like, Pleasant Valley. You can go anywhere. And I don't know, that part's fun, but the predators attacking like this doesn't happen if you're on easy. And I mean, it's a chance at meat, it's a chance for getting... You can craft new things in survival mode that you can't here, too. Like a wolf skin jacket. Oh, that didn't even scare it, did it? Two bullets left. I can't remember if I put them in the cabinet or what happened. This is the campfire situation, right? Yeah, because we're hypothermic. Absolutely. Why wouldn't you? That noise just reminds me of Saberwolf getting comboed in Killer Instinct. Because it is a wolf noise. Probably stock sound.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, you could play as either Astrid or Mackenzie when you start a survivor mode. I liked playing as Astrid, though. So that's what I did first, and then just recently I did Mackenzie. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about that, sorry. I do have some stuff I wrote down, life-related, to just kind of go on a tangent. Sitting by the campfire telling stories? No, I don't know. The thing is, whatever I say in this video, whatever I say in Metroid, Perfect Dark, anything I've done recently, I feel like I just have to repeat it whenever I do a Zelda video. Because otherwise it's like, no offense to you, like if you're watching this and enjoying it somehow, thank you. But I don't know, it's just, it's weird. Sometimes it feels like talking to a wall. When, like, I see lots of begging for a randomizer or something. I'm wondering why whatever randomizer I do, the commentary is not as good as the previous one. It's like, well, watch the other stuff. I don't think interesting stories pop up in other videos. But nah, I don't know. Rant over. Sorry. I get it, like this game especially, like I know that's kind of why I'm not really saying anything at the moment, just because I know this is a very niche thing. Especially to watch. To play is one thing, like anybody could probably get into it if they started playing it. But just watch somebody. Guts, by the way, I never... At the time doing this story stuff, I really never got the guts off of carcasses. But they're very good. If you're going to be doing fishing, because guts craft a fishing line, and then scrap metal crafts a fishing hook, and then the two of those together creates a line that you can actually use to fish. And fishing is amazing. There's like no risk. The only risk is the raw fish smell attracting predators if you have to make a trek back to like a stove or something. But yeah, that's a great way of getting meat if you don't have much ammo to waste on wolves and deer and things. But yeah, that's the thing. Meat and water. Meat, fish, and water. Anytime you can melt snow in the cooking pot for 2 liters at a time. Or, in some instances, if you're really trying to build up supplies, you can have 2 cooking pots, which gives you 4 liters in 2 hours. And that's way heavy to carry, but you can start divvying it up among all the safe spots around you. So if you get caught out in the blizzard or something, it's like, ah, crap, I gotta stop here. It's like, well, thank God you took the time to bring some water in advance. Like in the past when the weather was nice, you know. One random idea I had the other day. I was just thinking about how Norm Macdonald died. I know I mentioned that in a couple of videos recently. But, yeah, it's just crazy to me. And then, like, that chained into... I was watching some of his stuff, and it chained into a thing with John Cleese, who's still hilarious. But it makes you wonder, like, he's pretty old now, too. And some of the other Monty Python guys. Looks like I was deciding whether to go for the body or the bunker at this point. So I think we're going for the bunker. Blindly. I know I get lost along the way, kind of, and have to make some cuts. Unless I am. Maybe we save the body and then go for the bunker. That's probably what happened. A good use of time recording a video. I think I know where my mind was here. Unless that was a cut where I planned to be like, I can't find the body, I changed my mind. Yeah, we're going north, because that's the plane crash. I don't know. I'm as blind as you are right now. This is not a good situation though. One bullet, a burnt out torch, and a bow. I still don't know how to use the bow. Torch strategy though, scaring it away. Otherwise it would have came close. It's a very good strategy for a pack though, like this. Doesn't always work though, apparently. I think I wanted that arrow, but it was too late. Oh, there we go, a little safe haven. Just bolt in there. I think as soon as you step outside, it's still the same, whether you sleep or not. Like, they know you're in here. I think. We'll see. But yeah, sorry for being so talkative this time. I know, like, a big reason for playing this was that. The wind sounds. It is still very good, too. Actually, just sitting there on my own time playing survival mode. I was somewhere brand new. A lot more risky, and it was like a lot riskier than even this place. It was like getting low on supplies. There was a bear outside, and like I heard the shutters going because of the wind. I was just like, oh man, like what am I even gonna do once I step back out there? It's just situations like that where it's just you get immersed in it. Well, that's another thing. On easy, your stuff, even if you fall into icy cold water, your clothing rarely declines. It's like every 20 days or so, you might have to sew something because it went down to like 90%. So basically there's not enough challenge. It's good for like learning your way around, but I don't know if there's much longevity there. Oh, but the John Cleese thing, yeah. It's just like wondering how much longer does he have? And then that got me thinking, like, all the famous people, comedians, actors, what have you, that we grew up knowing, they're all starting to pass away or just disappear. It's like time for the new people. And it's just the thing, it's like, who's gonna take these people's places? And obviously, like, nobody can take anybody's place. That wasn't a bad choice. 38 minutes for 3 wood. I must be thinking of a fire. Knowing we're about to make a trek either to, I think, to the bunker. Yeah, we have to. I was wrong about the wolves. Unless... I hear them. Now, we've been here before, right? Yeah, this was going to the plane crash, so I'm following the map to the bunker because I was so low on ammo, and that's a concern with these wolves. Yeah, anytime you could find a forest prepper cache, whether it's story mode or survivor, it's definitely worth your time. That was a cut because I got severely lost, and here it is. It's right hidden behind this cabin. I like the music that just occasionally pops in with this, too. That was like an outhouse. What the heck? Can you go in there? I thought the thing was inside of that, and I was like, how do you bust this thing down? but that's just some rock texture jutting out. So the choice was to either camp out here by the stove, which I don't think I did, right? Because I think I checked the map again and realized the thing is right here, and I could be in the warmth with a lot of supplies, yeah. It's just behind the outhouse. So I was just like, what the heck, where is this thing? Eventually I find it. Yeah, that little bunker's sticking out. We haven't been in one of these yet, have we? Maybe we have. I don't know. I haven't really watched everything else that took place in this story in 6 months. Abandoned cache.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's creepy. I would get right out if that was happening in real life. But yeah, this is gonna kill my weight. I actually start doing a lot of inventory crap, and I stopped the recording, and then when I was all sorted, I started another one up and cut the 2 videos together. Because, yeah, this is too much stuff to carry back to the safe spot. We're never going to come back here again, so there's no sense leaving supplies in here. It's like tear up the crap for cloth, ditch the metal. We don't need scrap metal for anything in this particular situation. That's a lot of oil. Wow, 3.20.
This'll come in handy.
But yeah, just that whole idea of like, who's gonna replace these famous people? Us? What do we do? Because like when you think about any comedian or actor, they got their start in their 20s and in their 30s. Like they were already doing stuff. I don't know, it just feels like for most of us, like what are we doing?
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Those boots. Those boots are very good, but they're heavy. They slow down your sprinting. Yeah, look at this. This is all like very... well-off clothing. It's not tattered, really. I feel like in survivor mode, a lot of the stuff you find is already in like...
Looks like this has been here a while.
Like that. Okay, yeah, 34%. Like you see a lot of that, or even less, depending on the difficulty. Which then, if you eat something that's really low quality, you can get food poisoning, and it just saps your energy. You have to drink this... Take antibiotics or drink that reishi mushroom tea, whatever that stuff is. Yeah, lots of water in here. That's very useful for the survivors and us. Like, that was the struggle with this, is keeping Astrid well hydrated.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
But also having enough to keep the other people hydrated.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
There we go, rifle ammo. Do we even have a rifle? Did I ever find one? I don't remember. There must be. But yeah, it still baffles me when people know what they want. That by their 20s and 30s, they're already making moves and working towards that thing. Here I am. I still don't know what the heck I want, and I feel like it's too late. Like, it's a weird situation to be in, just kind of watching. Everybody that you kind of looked up to or thought were always going to be there as, like, the ones entertaining you or whatever are fading away, and then you got these random new people coming in that you heard nothing about, and you just kind of realize you're somewhere in between in, like, this limbo state. Crafting that good dressing, so if a wolf ever bites, that'll make it not get infected. It's pretty much required too. That or antiseptic, but given the choice, the dressing is lighter weight. There's those mushrooms I was talking about for food poisoning. I don't think something like that happens here. It's kind of more of a survivor mode thing. So yeah, we're coming up on the end here. Like I said, it's kind of a lot of inventory. I wanted to show the workbench because I don't think we did much crafting. And yeah, this is the second video file because
I'll take it.
I didn't fully explore everything. Inside that vent, I think, is a note that's very important to grab. Kind of like the church thing. I don't know, it's been so long I can't remember if each one of these points to the next one. So there's another forest prepper place that's somewhere south of Molly's barn, up in the mountains. And I think, oh yeah, this is it. In there. Joplin's Journal Part 1. Yeah, bunker near Skeeter's Ridge. So it's just, it maps another thing for you that has a lot of supplies or something. Yeah, locate the second bunker, that's right. So, alright. Coming up on the end here, so thank you for watching. I'm sorry for the post-commentary, and if it was unbearable. Got a couple more episodes, and then this chapter 3 of the story is done, and we shall see what happens in the future. So thanks again for watching, and take care.